Hi y'all, George Lacey here with Joe & Co Realty Group, and I think we're on the 12th installment of our Versus series. Today's video is Lake Conroe versus Conroe. So both of these are obviously cities in Texas, so Conroe, Texas versus Lake Conroe, Texas. So Lake Conroe is an area, and I wanted to compare it to Conroe. I have no idea exactly what I'm going to say because, as you know, I love to do these unscripted videos for you, but Lake Conroe houses Lake Conroe. So that is super awesome. There's so many amazing communities around the lake that I am in love with. There's Walden, there's April Sound, there's Bentwater. Walden and Bentwater are probably my favorites. April Sound kind of has a little bit high HOA fee situation going on that I'm not a huge fan of, but it is gated. So all three of these, well, Walden is not gated, but April Sound and Bentwater is gated. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that are gated upon the lake, but there are a handful of communities around the lake, and the people that I've met are just the nicest ever. There's a whole bunch of restaurants around the lake. If you are comparing this to the Conroe area, know that when you're living in the Conroe area versus Lake Conroe is west of I-45. So if you are, if you are focusing on, or if a commute is super important to you, like a low commute time, you probably would want to focus on the Conroe area if you're comparing these two and trying to decide between one or the other. Conroe has a shorter commute north and south depending where you go. So like, for example, you could live in the Conroe area but still work in Huntsville because a commute wouldn't be too bad, and then you could work downtown. I feel like you're kind of pushing it living in Conroe if you're commuting to downtown, but if you lived in Conroe and worked in the Woodlands, that would be a fantastic commute. There's tons of corporations in the Woodlands. Conroe ISD is the largest employer in the Conroe area, so that's something really cool. There's tons of hospitals out here. So if you want accessibility to shopping and restaurants and medical and work and things of that nature downtown, you probably would want to gravitate towards the Conroe area. You would still have really easy access to Lake Conroe. I would think taxes would be relatively the same for age per area. So keep in mind, the newer the area, probably the higher the tax rate, so less you can afford in those areas. I think my favorite neighborhood in Lake Conroe is Walden and Bentwater, depending on what your price point is. And then in the Conroe area, there is Grand Central Park, there's Woodlands Hills, there's Foster's Ridge. Anything along I-45 is going to give you a really good commute, so those are probably the ones that I would recommend. Grand Central Park is master planned, super cool. Same with the Woodlands Hills, tons of development happening in both of these areas. Grand Central Park is where the old Boy Scout camp used to be, and the Woodlands Hills is right north of Conroe. Fantastic areas if you are looking for a really good community, so like that community atmosphere. So those are kind of the main differences between Lake Conroe area and Conroe area. It would be commute, and I would guess the schools are going to be a little bit better in the actual heart of Conroe versus Lake Conroe because it's a little, what's the word? I can't remember the word, but it's just like, not like out in the sticks or anything like that, but a lot of people that live in the Lake Conroe area are retired or second home, and so that would probably have to do, would affect the schools. But feel free to check out all my links below. I have tons of contact information. Again, I'm George Lacey with Joe & Co Realty Group. I specialize in relocation, so I have tons of, I feel like I'm repeating myself right now, but tons of great content. If you, I really have no idea what I was going to say, but I would love to be your real estate agent if you're looking to relocate here. There's a link below for my brand new website, search.byjoeandco.com. It is a home search driven website, and I feel like it's been a very long day. There's a link to schedule a call with me where I can answer any of your questions. All of my contact information is below. In a second, you're going to see a couple video suggestions. Check out some of my videos here on YouTube. I really try to cover as much of the suburbs as possible and answer all different types of questions that I think you might have. So if I forgot anything, feel free to type in the comments below, and I would love to answer any questions for you. But I truly hope you are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.